Hello, everybody. Your clothes can be your superpower. We'll talk about this. Hi, everybody. This is Katrina. Another episode of my Go Live journey. If this is the first time, we'll talk about this in a bit. If this is the first time you are seeing me, I'm a mom of three based here in Toronto, Ontario, Canada. I love what I do. I help ambitious working moms make life changing money online so that they can create the life that they truly love. And this is part of my 90-day Go Live journey. I change things up a bit. And here, join me as I share daily insights on growing a business, self improvement, and navigating the beautiful challenges of motherhood. If you are tuning in live or in a replay, let me know, comment live or replay, and let me know where you're tuning in from. I always love knowing where people are coming from, so we know how global we are. And yes, matchy matchy, red lips, lipstick, and nails today. All right, so I'll be sharing with you something that really resonates not just with me. I believe it also resonates with a lot of us, whether you're a mom, you're a dad, or you're, especially for those of us who have been working either here in the online business and working from home, or you have your day job or night job and you're working from home or hybrid, working mixture of working from home and going to the office. I think this will really resonate with a lot of you as well, and it kind of validates as well this theory that I have. And I didn't know there's this actually a science behind this. So I think this is a very, very powerful value for today, for everybody. So it all started. So I've been following, just to give you a little backstory here. Okay, so I've been following this um, Instagram personality, and she's a mom of four boys. There's a one on the way, and she's always very well put together. She would always share tips about productivity, motherhood. I think she's promoting like an Amazon storefront. But I really like the things that she shared. She's always like, she would always start her video with, I'm mom to four boys. Usually she would also have her husband and her four boys in the intro. I was like, oh my gosh, she's always like put together. So I kind of dove deeper about her. Like, where is this concept coming from? I always look into those things. Like, I love discovering why people do things. And then when I dig deeper, I was able to discover the books that she read, that she reads, and I love a lot of them. Some of them I've read as well. And so I was like, okay, that's why I gravitated towards her, because she's also into self development, personal growth, and sharing value to others. And I want to share that with you guys. So when I saw this post, I was like, oh my gosh. So this is the concept that I've been theorizing myself, and I've also proven this with proof. I've masterminded with one of the millionaires in our community, and this is also what she does. When I went on a Zoom with her last year, I'll share that story with you in a bit. Okay. Hey, Everett, how are you? Annie, hello, hello. Awesome, from Ontario. And Winnie from Washington, USA. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So I hope you'll find value in this. Okay, so I'll share with you the this video, and we'll dive deeper. All right, so here you go. By the way, let me see. Okay, I'll just share. But before I play this one, so I just want to share this with you. So she will be talking about this and cloth cognition. Okay. And we'll talk about this one more. So let's go back to her and let me know if you're hearing the audio. Hopefully you will be. Hang on.
with one on the way. This is why I stopped dressing like this and started dressing like this, and how it impacted my parenting. Here's what science says about the power of getting ready, even if you have nowhere to go. It has to do with a scientific finding called enclothed cognition. Scientists found that wearing certain types of clothing actually influences our thoughts, emotions, and behavior. Here's how it applies to motherhood in 4 steps. 1. Getting yourself ready for the day creates a boundary between rest and action. When you get dressed in the morning, it signals to your brain that it's time to start the day. Psychologists call this a boundary event, a cue that transitions you from rest mode to a more focused, productive go mode. 2. Getting yourself ready for the day is a mood booster. Studies show that dressing in a way that makes you feel good can increase dopamine levels of feel-good hormone, which directly improves mood and confidence. Even if you're not leaving the house, your brain picks up on the shift and reacts. 3. Getting yourself ready for the day creates alignment. Studies show that dressing in a way that aligns with the task at hand can impact performance. For example, dressing sloppily might create sloppy performance, while dressing more professionally can create more enhanced and energized performance. And 4, getting yourself ready can model self-worth for your kids. Children pick up on their parents' habits and attitudes. Modeling the idea that self-care is a priority, which helps you feel better about yourself, is worth the effort to teach your kids to prioritize their own self-worth too. So if you've been stuck in a rut, try getting yourself ready. Comment job to learn more. Mom of 4 boys with one on the way.
There you have it. Isn't that powerful? Like getting ready, the power of getting ready. And it's, yeah, she talked about more on dressing up, but it's the whole process of getting ready. And let's talk about that again. I hope you guys are able to hear that. I think the audio went good. If you did, please comment yes if you heard that loud and clear. So she talked about encloth cognition, which is actually a name given to. Hey, Winnie, thank you for that. Yes, right? It is. So, enclosed cognition is the name given to the psychological effect that describes the influence of the clothes we wear on our cognitive processing. Like, oh my gosh, I'm going to make this bigger. There you go. I'll be here on the side. Studies have shown that the way we dress can influence our levels of confidence, attention, and abstract thinking abilities. No wonder. I think some of you can relate here, a lot of you. No wonder when I wear, like, that's why I kind of, dress the part because I'm going to be talking about this. And this is like a powerful, illustration here. And that's why it explains whenever, I'm feeling like I really feel that um, I'm more productive when like I whenever I take a shower and then prepare. It doesn't need to be like I'm wearing like suit and tie, here, like a business coat and tie here at home, but really just being ready, like right now, kind of put a little makeup, like red bold lipstick, like I'm ready to take on the day. I'm kind of slow responding to messages the past few days because two of my 3 boys who have been staying home. One has been recovering from his dental surgery, and the other one is a little bit under the weather because of his coughs and colds. So I know a lot of you parents can relate because yes, I am working from home, but having kids, you have to feed them, make sure they're okay, fever, checking for a fever every now and then, giving them medicines. So my brain is like kind of all over the place, but we're hanging on, we're managing, right? So that's why I think having preparing myself is really beneficial, because even though I'm home and kind of like more than like messier than the usual day, when I feel better, like physically, at least when I see myself, look at myself in the mirror and look good, like at least for myself, I feel like I can take more, I can do more things, right? So in cloth cognition, and there's actually a study, like a scientific study. Rhea, thank you. Thanks, Everett, for confirming. Hi, Kay, how are you? So there's actually, I saw a YouTube video that I'll actually be sharing with you, a snippet of it about the actual research from 2012 that was conducted about this and cloth cognition and the power of its power over us. So I'll be sharing this with you guys. Here you go.
Question to you would be, what is enclothed cognition?
I'm glad you asked. It's a term that we're actually quite familiar with because it got a huge amount of press when the authors Adam and Galinsky released their study in 2012. So it's a phenomenon that describes the ability of clothes to affect our cognitive process, not our feelings or our moods, although we know that they can do that too, but to actually impact on our mental process. And the reason that, when we dig deeper into that, that happens, it's because they addressed the symbolic meaning of the clothes along with the process of actually wearing them. So you're going to ask me how they did that study, aren't you? Of course. So they chose a white lab coat and they split the study into 2 participant groups, and one group wore the lab coat and one group wore their street clothes. Now, what you don't do in any psychological study is you tell people, so what we're going to test for is this, because then people deliver the answers they think you want because they want to be helpful. So people didn't know that this was specific to the test, and both groups of people were given what's called a Stroop test. It's a very simple cognitive test that has 2 confusing elements to it. And what happened was that those wearing the scientist's white lab coat delivered 50% less errors than those in street clothes. So what we can infer from that was the symbolic meaning of the scientist in her lab coat, or his lab coat, and the attention to detail, the concentration, the hypervigilance that we associate with those professions. We actually also felt that it rubbed off on the garment itself. And so it wasn't a choice for people to decide, I'm going to concentrate more because I'm wearing this special coat, or I'm in my street clothes, I'm not going to concentrate. It was actually the brain as an unconscious decision maker, processing everything it knew about the symbolic meaning of those clothes and then the wearing of them.
There's such a fascinating distinction because we've all experienced the fact of putting on, something that makes you feel good, and then you sort of just assume that you're that better version of yourself. But now there's actually scientific data showing that there is a cognitive effect. You might actually perform better depending on what you wear.
If we previously talked about the fit and the feel, we're now talking about the meaning of them and the fact that the brain reaches back and retrieves all this information about what this garment stands for and how that might impact on us.
I hope our governments aren't listening because they're going to want us all dressed in suits so we're more productive society and all that stuff.
There you have it. Isn't that very powerful, right? And just imagine also yourself when you go outside and if we're thinking like outside of work, at least if you are wearing your favorite shirt, your favorite dress, or your favorite coat and tie, your favorite casual wear, when you go outside, you feel more confident, right? You feel more confident, like maybe smiling to a stranger or saying hello, or maybe approaching a stranger and, asking a question or so. You feel more confident because you feel good. Versus, if you're wearing not your favorite shirt, and maybe you just rush to the grocery, just wearing your house clothes, and you just put on a casual sweater or jacket and hoping that, okay, hopefully no one I know would see me. Right? And I also remember that feeling when I was in the Philippines and I was still working as a life insurance advisor, and it really stuck to me. And I think it's really powerful because my manager actually told me that, whenever you go out, even if you're just going to the market doing groceries, make it a point that you look, presentable, not really like wearing coat and tie, of course. You can be casual, but make sure you're looking presentable because you'll never know who you're going to meet. Maybe you'll meet, a new prospect or your client, right? So you want to look the part, not to disguise or whatever, but you want to be more confident in dealing with people as well. And when you're confident, you do it not to impress other people. Like, I don't dress to look good for my husband, although of course that's part of that. But I at this point, at this season in my life, I dress up for myself because I want to feel good. I want to feel confident because when I feel confident, I can conduct myself better. I can communicate my thoughts better, like what I'm doing right now. I feel like I feel the part, like I can lead my team better if I'm more ready, not just physically, and it follows because, as they say, the cognitive part of the brain is kind of adapting, like, oh, okay, you feel good. I can conduct myself better, right? There you have it. Yeah, I know it's a very interesting perspective, right, Everett? And I was like, oh, okay, that makes a lot of sense. So Sophie, hi from New Zealand. You're welcome. You're welcome. And Poonam, hello from Australia. Hello, hello. Hi, sis. Thank you. Like you. Red lipstick. Thank you. Yeah, this is like my power red lipstick. I only have one shade. I just wear this sometimes when I feel like it, and it's one of those days. Thank you, sis. Hi, Alma. Hello, hello from Florida. Yeah, so I think that is really powerful. And I also just sharing a little story. I know for sure she wouldn't mind. I did a one-on-one mastermind with one of our huge leaders in the community, and a huge inspiration of mine as well, Coach Mildred de los Santos. And I know you guys bonded, recently bonded in Mexico. I love your go lives there. So I I asked her questions, and she graciously had a Zoom with me, like one on one last year. Yeah, I believe that was last year. And then what's funny is that I hopped on a Zoom. I haven't even taken a shower yet. But I'm presentable, but I had no makeup. I'm just wearing like normal house clothes from home. And then as soon as the Zoom a window like opened up, here's Coach Mildred. Those is like fully made up, wearing her like work clothes, very nice, very presentable. She's like going outside. She's ready to go and mingle outside. I was like, and my initial reaction was like, oh my gosh, sis, nahiya naman ako. I was like, translations like, oh my gosh, I feel embarrassed that I'm not as presentable as her. She was like meeting, like attending a meeting at the office. She's ready to go. Mind you, she's working from home like me as well. And she actually told the story, why she dressed like that, like not just during that Zoom, but every single day in her business. And so she shared a story which is kind of ties up everything here. And she said, because in one of her firm, she used to be a personal support worker, a housekeeper. She also started taking up, she was a nursing student when she found the business opportunity, but then decided to not continue it because she saw the bigger potential here. Then eventually she was able to quit all her multiple jobs. So she mentioned that in one of her jobs as a personal support worker, where she was taking care of elderly people, she would notice these elderly ladies, even if they're just in a home care environment, a home facility, a care facility, how do you call it? They would always get ready, like they would get up and then they will shower and then they would dress up like they're going somewhere, even if they're just going to stay in that care facility. And so they ask her, like, oh, because we want to feel better, we want to feel good about ourselves, even though we're just here. So she remembered that. So and then when she started working in the business, early on, she would also be just dressing, just casual house clothes, sometimes a shirt with holes, things like that. And then she realized, you know what, why don't I start dressing up, getting ready for the day? That's why she realized how productive she also becomes when she gets ready and dress for work at home. And then, so whenever she shared that before diving into work, she would literally like get dressed, take a shower, and then put on a dress. So she's ready for a go live anytime. And I remember that. And so this is the whole concept is really like applicable to that situation that I also learned from her. So, Coach Sis Mildred, thank you so much for that very nice input. But last night I was like, oh, when I did my go live, I was just casually dressed, and there are moments like that. Of course, we're not perfect. Perfect. We're human beings, and especially we're moms. And I have my sons who are getting better, who are recovering from the surgery and sickness. That's why I'm all over the place the past few days. But we do our best, right? And there's a new day. Every day is a new day. Every day is a clean slate that we can tackle head on. And I hope that, I hope that provides value to all of you. So if you're feeling like you're in a rut, you're feeling stuck, whether here in the business or at work, try, dressing up, getting ready for the day before checking the phone, before checking the messages in your laptop. Try to get ready, like physically, your clothing, your, maybe if you're also a mom, put in a little makeup and see how that works for you. Right? I really believe that that can boost our productivity. Just putting yourself in the zone, like, okay, this is my working time. I did a lot of taking care of the kids the whole day. My husband is busy preparing for our dinner right now. So my shift, my household shift kind of ended already. So we have that shifting. So in the morning, it's his morning shift, preparing the kids to school, the food and all. I take care of the little one, like give him a bath. And I would take care of the morning chaos, like washing the dishes, things like that. And up until he comes home, I wash, the snack, the lunch boxes, and then that would be our transition. So dinner would be him up until nighttime. That's where I do more of my business as well. Things that, just light work, things that I wasn't able to complete in the morning. So just to give you an idea how how I'm able to manage my energy throughout the day, working from home here in my business. And there you have it. Let me see here. Alma, hello again. Rhea. Oh, thank you, Rhea. Yeah, thank you. I'm thankful for my dad's genes and my mom's tips on like putting on tons of moisturizer. So recently, I think 2 years ago, I started putting on sunscreen. How I wish I started on sunscreen like way earlier. So that's my secret. If you guys are wondering, I know a lot of you have been asking, I should have be doing already my skincare routine. It's really, just regular face wash, a gentle face wash. I do toner, although one of the derma that I consulted, she said, oh, you don't need a toner, but really moisturizer. And like also hyaluronic acid moisturizer and sunblock. That would be my three things: regular face wash, moisturizer, and sunblock. Yeah, that's the secret. Let me see here. What did I miss? Hi, Erlinda. How are you? That's one thing I'm trying to do at some point for 2 months now. I just wanted to work with my pajamas. Yeah, there you go. I think you dress for success. I love that. I'm kind of thinking of the word. It's on the tip of my tongue, but you just nailed it. It's dress for success. Well, I am wearing I'm wearing, what is this, like square pants. I think we can wear something like oh yeah, maybe still pajama, but on the top we could mean business. Business on top, home, relax at the bottom. But I think it can still have an effect, especially for me if I do a little bit of makeup, a little bit of like hair, shower and a little blow dry. And for some reason, I'm not sure if it's just me, but when my nails are done, it gives me more confidence. It's like I can do this, I can. Although I know, the colors are sometimes not healthy because you do like UV rays, things like that. But because the technology for nails right now, this can last me like 2 to 3 months. So that's the thing. So I'm grateful for that. Yeah, dress for success. I love that, sis. Hi, Lanny. How are you from Granada Hills? Winnie, I'm going to try and dress up for the day, even though it's hard. Aw, I know, right? When I started this business, I was with my 2-month-old. So I totally know where you're coming from. Sometimes you just want to wake up and then sleep, and then, you're kind of losing track of the day as well. But I've noticed I'm more productive after a shower. Absolutely. Yes. I feel refreshed and ready to conquer. Yes, exactly, Winnie. You nailed it. That's my feeling too. Although sometimes I'm thinking of, oh my goodness, especially if I go to the gym, it takes like hours of my day already because I would travel there like 20 minutes, and then it's a 50-minute yoga workout, and then I would shower again. It will take like at least 20-30 minutes of my time, But at the end of the day, I was like, how do I, manage my energy for this? But I noticed also I become more productive because I'm already outside. What are the things I can do? I have more focus because I don't have distractions. Like here at home, even if it's just me and the boys are at school, at work, when I see something like, okay, maybe I will clean this, or you would see like clothes lying around and then you would fix it, and then you would notice the floor is dirty, you would sweep the floor, and then you would see something like, you'll get lost in the in the household maze. That's why I also like working from a cafe or a co-working space, because it gives me that focus that we have when we go to the office. I think that's one of the things that I miss going to my 9 to 5, in a way, like that focus intensity, because you don't have like the household chores, right? But of course, I'm not gonna exchange that because there's like co-working space right now, right? And Chrissy, so yeah, shower, ready to conquer. I love that. There's a rhyme there, Winnie. Like, go for it. Chrissy, watching from Ireland. Thank you for inspiring every day. You're welcome. And oh, thank you. I think also the light helps. So I have a what do you call this? I have soft light box here, and it also helps. Oh, I forgot this one. See that? Yeah, and also with my makeup, I put on some. This has been before. I like put like shimmer. What is this? Something like a shimmer like this. So it adds up, like on the cheeks and the nose where the light bounces off. So that's a tip. Thank you. I think also because I'm wearing a red lipstick, so the skin kind of pops up as well. Thank you, Lanny. Awesome. So there you have it. I hope that helps. I'm feeling pumped up, and I'm going to be diving into the messages. So if you've sent me a message, whether you're in my business team, thank you so much for waiting. I'm going to be kind of starting my day because I was busy with the kids the whole day, and I'm just checking my messages every now and then. So the flexibility and the portability of the business is really like no other, and I'm so grateful. And we're in the middle of launching new projects for our team for business scaling to help them more, because at the end of the day, really it's really about helping others as well achieve what we have achieved. I was just trying to solve my own problems when I got started here. Little I did not sign up to be a leader or a business coach, but here I am. I'm embracing the journey because this is the purpose that I have now, and the gifts, the talents that God has given me that I wanted to, make use of. I was listening to the YouTube video of the what's the book? The Purpose Driven Life, and I kind of started, and I'm on day 3. I just want to share that, and the topic was, I forgot the title, but it talks about you having a purpose, and when you have that purpose, you wake up more energized. You wake up with the thinking of like, okay, I can tackle on the day. It gives life more meaning. So now when I wake up and think about the people that I'm helping, like my business team, my business partners, like, okay, I want to get better myself so I can provide more value to my team. So, and that's one of my purposes, help not just my team, but all incoming business partners for them to discover that, hey, there's another option if you want like extra income. It's not just the income, like the earning per se, but of course what that money can do. Money is a neutral thing. You can do it like for the good or bad. If you want to have more so you can give more, then you found the right place. You're in the right place. All right, everybody. Thank you so much. Poonam, thank you. Awesome. Yes. For moms and dads as well. Thank you, everybody. And see you again tomorrow for another Go Live episode. Okay. Bye for now.